Of course, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Terrible People Podcast, where, we talk about everything. And unfortunately, we have a national tragedy which involves children. A shooter who chooses to identify as whatever people allow that person to identify as because, representation matters. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and just watch just from a couple months ago if people can still answer basic yes or no questions. And oddly enough, it's from the guy who put tampons in the restroom. Imagine that. Wow.
Chairman, welcome to the unofficial 2028 Democrat presidential primary right here on stage at the Oversight Committee. Governor Newsom must be seething. The three of you beat him to the stage, but he's a little busy right now defending illegals and defending Antifa, torching what is left of Los Angeles. Governor Walz knows the playbook. In 2020, he rolled out the red carpet for anarchists while Minnesotans watched their neighborhoods burn. You've turned your states into sanctuaries for illegals. You've done more to shield MS-13 than to protect the single mom working two jobs in Chicago, Queens, or Minneapolis. And you've worked harder against ICE than with them. So Governor Walz, and boy, does that feel nice to say the word governor, my first question is for you. Did you know the Nazis killed 6 million Jews during the Holocaust? It's a yes or no question. Did you know the Nazis killed 6 million Jews during the Holocaust?
Pushing my button, Dan.
Okay.
Yes, I believe that's historic.
Okay, would you agree the Holocaust is the most horrific atrocity in human history? Yes or no?
I think the Holocaust ranks amongst them, yeah.
Did you know the Nazi Gestapo imprisoned, tortured, and murdered Jews by the hundreds of thousands and committed genocide against the Jews? Did you know that?
I do know they operated as secret.
Did you know ICE has done none of that? Yes or no?
Operated as a secret police force?
No, that's not the question.
No.
Did you know that ICE has not committed genocide against anyone?
Yes, I do know that.
Okay. Do you apologize?
See, the playbook is very simple. And it's been working for a very long time because people are allowed to be triggered into their own emotions. And this is just June of this year. June 12th is what this says. Now, let's go ahead and see what this tragic, senseless thing had to do in his state of Minneapolis, well, Minnesota.
Who has ordered all flags to be flown at half-mast through Sunday. We go now to Lucas Tomlinson with the latest from the administration. Lucas.
Good morning, Ashley and Todd. The shooter was born Robert Westman, but changed his name to Robin 6 years ago. First Lady Melania Trump offering her condolences, writing, quote, "My heart is shattered for the families and friends of the victims of today's senseless and depraved violent act. The shooting began during a school-wide mass marking the beginning of the school year at around 8:30 local time yesterday morning. The shooter opened fire with a rifle, shotgun, and pistol, all legally purchased weapons, according to police. 2 children ages 8 and 10 were killed. 17 others were wounded, including 14 children and 3 elderly individuals. Also, according to police, his mother previously worked at the school. FBI Director Kash Patel is calling this a hate crime, posting, "The FBI is investigating this shooting as an act of domestic terrorism and hate crime targeting Catholics. The FBI will continue to provide updates on our ongoing investigation with the public as we are able." Now, DHS Secretary Kristi Noem says the shooter at the Catholic school was a 23-year-old man claiming to be transgender. The words "for the children" and Where is Your God and Kill Donald Trump were written on a rifle magazine. That's according to Kristi Noem. She also said, quote, our deepest prayers are with the children, parents, families, educators, and Christians everywhere. We mourn with them, we pray for healing, and we will never forget them. Now, there have been 415 hostile acts against the church across the country this year. There's also been a sharp rise in attacks on Christians over the past 7 years. Attacks have increased 730% since 2018. Now,
I wonder what the numbers are against the Ubiquitous Squad. I mean, shit, you can't even say anything about that. But meanwhile, people are pissed off that Snoop Dogg was up there trying to watch a family movie with his grandkids, and he's upset at what they put in these movies. Disney. Right? Disney used to be wholesome. Here's the thing. Nobody really cares what people choose to do in their life, in their everyday, who you sleep with, how you identify, what you identify, who you identify as. But please pay attention to the people who act like, oh, I'm just trying to live my life. I'm just trying to do this because things like this happen. But meanwhile, you want to go sit here and be all in the videos, protesting ICE, getting people up out of here, who are sitting here robbing Home Depot blind, right? I mean, you have illegal theft rings from people who shouldn't even be here, who figured out how to game the system. And they out there in California just running it up. Meanwhile, y'all motherfuckers can't sit here and pay your damn rent on time. You got 4-figure car payments. These niggas up here, they got busted with all this stuff. And I say all that just to say this. Look and see who your political mouthpieces are, and look and see who it is that they're serving. You have black people screaming for Donald Trump to come save them in Chicago. You have black people in DC who are happy. They're happy that the little niggas with switches and poo shiesties are no longer there, right? But the other people are going to sit here and tell you, oh no, there's no due process. This is martial law. Oh my God, what are we going to do? Right? And meanwhile, they've been in control of these cities. They've been allowed to get your vote because you choose to remain ignorant, right? These are choices because, you feel as though these people are going to end up miraculously getting something done just because you went with, vote blue no matter what, or vote blue no matter who, straight ballot. And then your communities have been trash. Y'all are getting still ran through that meat grinder. Well, not really in some of these places. I mean, that cashless bail thing that has everybody in an uproar. You can sit here, shoot somebody a couple times, and, you'll make it home before the people, if they recover out the hospital, you'll make it home before they do in these cities. But then, oh man, it's racism. He's only going after the black cities. You guys are so fucking stupid. Like, legitly stupid. And then you get stupid ass shit like this. Right? And the sadder part is places like CNN, MSNBC, they're more upset that people are identifying this jackass who decided to unalive children They're more upset with you calling that person a biological male. You know, like, excuse me. No, this was a trans women are women. No, the fuck they're not. No, they're not. I mean, should we start believing schizophrenics? It's just a question. Schizophrenics have very convincing stories, right? They really do. If you were to talk to one of them, haven't you ever seen the Silver Linings Playbook? It's sad. It is a disease. And just because somebody is diseased does not mean when they do shit like this that they are absolved of their actions, right? But this is where we are. This is where we currently are. So, I don't know. This is an extremely sad set of circumstances. And you know what? Try to treat people kindly. But ultimately, do realize that there are some very sick people out here. And it doesn't matter how they identify as. Some people are absolute. They are trash. This person right here, to do what it is that they chose to do. All right, this was a very well-planned thing. This wasn't just something, you crashed out. This is beyond a crash out. This is premeditated. And all for what? So you could go sit here and do yourself in anyways. You know, and I have, before I go, I do have a new slogan. Maybe we should make suicide great again, right? And I'm being serious, because before you get to taking everybody else out with you because you live a miserable fucking existence, right? I know everybody was on that thing with Logic. I mean, I don't know, I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. Who can relate? Right? Yeah, no, I'm not on that anymore. I'm not trying to save people, because if this is what you're going to do, you know what? Go ahead, do us all a favor. Write your people a little note. Hope that, you know, if you believe in God, God forgives you for what it is that you're about to do. If that's your thing, pray to whoever, whatever you believe in. Clearly, these people believe in themselves as their own gods. And just handle your business, right? I mean, I think we all can agree, as long as, you don't take everybody else and make everybody else's life more miserable and or complicated. I think most Americans, Republican, Democrat, gay, straight, trans, I think we all can agree with this. But this shit right here has got to end. And hey, I'm sorry. This sucks. But anyways, everybody try to have a better day. I really feel bad for these people. God bless them. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.